Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wayne Gaming. It's 70 Mountain Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Shards, Alvy's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. We're back in the slammer. Okay. I ruined everything again. You didn't actually ruin anything. We are literally in jail. Hey, I love new experiences, and this is really just a misunderstanding. He's gonna clarify our identities, and we'll be free, no big deal. I kind of want to change Alvy's voice to be lighter. We'll still get in trouble with the headmaster, won't we? Most likely, but don't worry. I bet I can charm him with my boisterous and pure personality. You are neither of those things. So, now let me plug this thing in. I think the music is going in reverse. Huh. I can always pretend, just like we'll pretend to be completely dumb and innocent when he inevitably yells at us. Ha. At the very least, your silly propositions did make him less sad, but not enough to make him get off the floor. So many questions buzzing through your head, so many plans to cheer him up, but what should you do? Greeting him out might be the fastest way to reduce his guilt, or perhaps a heart-to-heart conversation, something you became very good at. And yet another block in the road shows itself when your vision becomes blurry. Your heart starts to pound and your mind becomes a brothel. Are you fucking kidding me? Now? Again? We just went through this! I don't make the rules. I don't even really know the rules. So what now? I'm inside a damn cell. I can't quite do anything in here. You could ask your new friend for a hand. I'm absolutely not dragging Alvy into this kind of stuff this early. Not him, genius. I know you're not going to risk it with this one, but I'm sure you're totally fine with the other. Oh, him. But how do I even... I need to consider. Seduce the guard. So... Won't you please say... Let's see. Scribble. Naughty. Well, that's... Also... naughty. So, okay, another naughty one. Okay, ignore the feeling and stay with Alvy. I think you can use some comforting. There we go. Understanding each other is the first step to a happy relationship, so here come the casual questions. You know, I'd love to meet your summons at some point. You would? Just maybe in a legal setting next time. That's a deal I can make. How come you didn't know about this very important rule, if you don't mind me asking? My parents didn't think any Nightfall and related topics were worth teaching. I was mostly born and bred into the family business, where there's no place for such things. You've summoned before inside the barrier, haven't you? He blushes, a bit surprised at your question. Yeah, just not in front of anyone. And nobody ever told me it was bad. I thought everyone outside of my family loves Nightfall unconditionally. But that was just my aunt, I guess. Would you look at that? Turns out it was my fault we got into this mess after all. What? No, it's not even logical. Oh. Do you even listen to what I just said? You wouldn't have summoned anything in public if it wasn't for me, so all I see is a big guilty sign stamped on my forehead. Sure, not knowing the law doesn't make you innocent, but it's a guardian's duty to teach you that, and it seems they failed. Then I failed as well, as your friend. You see what I'm doing here, right? Yeah, I know. Stop beating yourself up type thing. I'm trying, I promise. It's hard to be upset when you're so positive. That's a good boy. You mean Officer Good Boy? Heh. Against all odds, it seems the lust rush is going down, and all it took was a bit of self-restraint. Since we're done skulking and sharing memories, how about we figure out how to get out of here? You're not proposing to break out of jail, are you? Otherwise, we can get out by waiting. No, unless... Don't even think about it. He didn't take my phone, which is kind of useless right now, but he didn't even take your gems either, did he? No, he doesn't seem to be very good at his job. Did he ever ask for our names? I don't think so. How would he know who we are if we just disappear then? I got us in trouble and you wanted to get us executed. It's not that big of a deal. Since when did you become so ballsy? Since when do you think you know how ballsy I was before? Fair enough. Well, I don't want to pee in a bucket, so how do we do it? There you go. Hey, Scribbles. So, how much magic would it take to get me and Alvy out of here? I could bust the lock pretty easily. Too much noise. Something more discreet. Maybe teleportation or something. Teleportation takes way too much magic. I could, however, make you phase through the bars. Let's do that. Hey, Alvy, take my hand and close your eyes. If it's necessary. You stand in front of the iron bars, just inches away from your snout. Then you take a confident step forward. As if nothing was there in the first place, you find yourselves on the other side upon opening your eyes. Wow, I wish I could cast spells like you. Huh? You can't? That's a story for another time. You're right. Let's go before... Great news, gentlemen. Too late. Too late. The guard walks into the room with a smile on and hands on his hips. You can feel the eyes behind the shades lock into yours. I was just contacted by your Shards vice leader and confirmed your student titles. Great. Is that all? Yes, you are free to go. I'm glad to know you are legitimate and hardworking students of our country. Just go, 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 go. Thank you, officer. We'll be on our way then. Of course. Huh. Wait a second. Oop. The man squints his eyes behind the shades, looking at the cell, then at you two several times. I gotta thank you for not using the bucket. It's a hustle and a half to clean. No problem. Dragged along by the dog, with hair strands looking like porcupine needles from the tension, you leave the small building that makes the precinct. God. Alright, 1 second, y'all. I shall be alright back. Alright, guys and gals, and we are back. Let's go ahead and jump back into it, shall we? The grasp of his hand crushing your fingers. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Calm down, it worked out in the end. Just breathe, breathe. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Therium, huh? He really saved our pelts. Judging by the skills of that guard, he probably would have forgotten about us until morning. I wonder how Therium knew we were in jail. Are we that predictable? I'd like to think people don't expect us to end up in a cell on a day-to-day basis. So it's pretty weird. Maybe Mr. Duke contacted him himself. In the middle of the night? Maybe he didn't want to spend his whole night watching us. He did seem a bit sleep-deprived. I bet the shades are to conceal his massive dark circles under the eyes. Now, how did we get to that hotel again? Would you look at that? We don't even have to remember. Thankfully, it seems that the police station is much closer to your original starting point than you thought. This time, you both take a good look at the map, realizing the path to the hotel really isn't all that difficult, as long as you keep your emotions and excitement in check, that is. The empty, well-illuminated streets are easy to navigate when you know where you're going. Are you sure you don't want to summon a nightfall to fly us there? It would be faster. Oh, shut up, you. I'm expecting you to teach me all these societal things I don't know about. That would require me to be with you 24/7. So be it. What was that? We're here. This must be the building. Let's go inside. I like the enthusiasm. You walk inside the well-illuminated foyer. The bright colors, modern architecture, and lack of windows and bright light immediately makes you question if it is still dark outside, or if you time-traveled upon passing the threshold. The dog leaves your side as you try to take all the interior in and quickly makes his way to the front desk. There, a young-looking woman is waiting for you with a smile. There is something weird about the atmosphere, you think. From the sweet flowery scent seemingly coming from the walls themselves to the soft music playing in the background like in a dating sim, and the artificial friendliness you're greeted with. Good evening and welcome to Hotel Ogavert, where dreams intertwine and passion ignites. How may I help you tonight? Hi, we're looking to get some rooms. How much for a night? One room would be 50 per night. More than my previous hotel. Could we get two? One for each of you? She seems confused. Yeah? I'm afraid we only give rooms to 2 or more people. If you'd like separate rooms, it'll cost an additional charge. I can't really afford that. And I just realized my wallet is in my luggage. Well, we'll just take one room then, please. Very well. May I have your names? Alvy Arafar and Cody White. Alright, your room... Oh. Did you say Cody White? Yeah. From the academy. The very same. Why? Somebody dropped a package for you earlier. They asked to keep an eye out for you. What in the... Here you go. The woman takes out 2 bags from under the table and places them in front of you. My stuff! What? Who? How did it get here? Who brought it? They didn't give me a name, sorry. What did they look like? Pretty tall, probably a man wearing a dark cloak. That's all I can remember. Were they wearing a mask? Yeah, I believe so. Under the hood, I got a glimpse of a beak, I think. Weird choice of wardrobe, but I've seen people wearing sunglasses at 2 in the morning and crop tops in the winter, so I'm not surprised.
Both you and the dog seem surprised by the revelation, but neither of you give an explanation.
Alright, thanks for the stuff, and hey, would you look at that? Now that I have my wallet back, I can pay for my own room. We can switch from a double room to 2 single rooms, right? Of course. There's, however, a cancellation fee of about 80... never mind. Come on, let's check the room.
The dog quickly grabs a pamphlet from the desk before following you up the stairs.
Cancellation fees are stupid. I learned about them last month, and I'm pretty upset, too. Are you as concerned as I am, Scribbles?
Yeah, why are people paying so much for overnight shelter when the rooms are empty anyway?
Not about that. The cloaked thing had my stuff.
You don't know it was it.
People around here have interesting fashion choices, but they're all unique enough to tell me there's nobody else fitting that description. You can't possibly be concerned at all.
Want to watch me not give a fuck? It's gonna be boring watch, because I don't give a fuck. Instead, how about you tell me more about this scam of a business?
Am I really overreacting, or am I getting gaslit? The idea of a hotel is literally just rooms you borrow when you travel and need a temporary place to stay. There isn't much to it. Yes, it's expensive, but this seems like a high-quality hotel, so yeah.
I heard there are a lot of homeless people around. Why can't they just take up these rooms?
I don't think there are homeless people in Laconia, but there sure are in Arkenville as a whole, and, well, it's a business, not a charity. I don't know. Capitalism, I guess.
Fascinating. As cruel as I am, your world proves to be just as cruel as it always has been.
I wouldn't say I disagree, nor that I'm proud of it.
By the time our conversation ends, you and the dog reach your room and open the door. First thing you notice is, once again, the smell. Different, less pungent, but it has a calming effect. And all it took was a whiff.
Finally, we can relax. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. Still working on our Otter Tail Not Safe for Work video, y'all. It'll be out shortly. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!